What's up guys, this is Kyle from Good Gaming and Collectibles, and today I'm going to be showing you 17 faulty PlayStation 3 consoles that I've bought from Facebook Marketplace. So why did I buy 17 faulty PlayStation consoles? Well, it's a big part of my business. Repairing and reselling, or simply testing and reselling consoles, is a big part of it. I often bundle these consoles with a controller or with games, and then offer a warranty on them as well. The idea here is that I really enjoy bringing the consoles back to life. I don't really want to see them go to waste, and if a new family can enjoy them, whether that's for the first time or if they're revisiting classics that they used to enjoy, that brings happiness to me as well as fixing the console itself. So that's pretty much why we're here. I'm hoping to share a little bit of this journey with you guys across a few different videos. We'll try and make a little bit of a series out of it. You can follow along and make some predictions about what you think might be wrong with the consoles. As I said, I'm going to try and fix as many of these as possible. It's inevitable that some of these consoles will not be repairable, and some of them will end up just being parts consoles, but for the price I paid for them, which I'll get into shortly, it's pretty much a win-win for me either way, and we get to watch some videos of some consoles getting fixed. So how much did I pay? I paid $300 for 18 consoles, so there's 17 PlayStation 3s and one stray Xbox 360 that was included in this lot. I probably won't end up showing that one, but that worked out to about $16.60 per console. It's Australian dollars by the time this was freighted to my house. So these were on a 90 kilogram pallet, and they had to come from New South Wales, which is a couple of states away from me. So this took about a week to get here. I've just collected that yesterday. I'll probably put some footage in the video of these boxes in the car. So at $16.60 per console, it leaves pretty good room for profit margins. I usually would value them at about $100 each per console when they're working. Although I'm often, as I mentioned, bundling these with controllers and games, so that can push the price up a little bit as well. But just keeping those values in mind, that should give us a good idea of where we're at in terms of profit or loss at the end of all of this. Yeah, even if the console can't be fixed, at $16.60, if I pull one or two parts off of it, it's pretty much paid for itself anyway, so I don't see how we can fail here. Alright, so we're going to cut to the camera just behind me in a second here and go through the consoles one by one and just show the general condition of them, and I'll talk about the model number and if I think they need to be repairable or not and that sort of thing. And we've got one backwards compatible PS3 as well, but I didn't know it was part of this lot. I'm not really sure what's wrong with it at all. Alright, so starting in no particular order, we're going to look at the consoles one by one. I'll talk about the model number and what we can see is wrong with them, and we'll try and group them as well. So for example, this one here I can see says Yellow Light of Death. So all of these consoles have been tested, but I don't believe any of them have been repaired before. So with this one here, I'm going to look at the model number straight away. So this is CECHG. So this one here will have one of the older RSX chips fitted, which can have some soldering issues, which are outside of sort of my tool set and stuff at the moment. And then with CECHJ, K and L models, those are typically neck token failure. So those ones we've been able to bring back before. They should be a pretty easy fix, so we'll keep an eye out for those. So overall, this console's not in bad shape though, but if it is Yellow Lights of Death, it will probably just become parts for now, and might visit it in the future. We'll see how we go with that. So put that aside for now. And next up, we've got this one here. So this says won't read discs and is modded. So modded could mean a couple of different things. More than likely it is just custom firmware. So if we get this one working, although it should turn on, we should be able to see what's going on and what the previous owner was up to. But yeah, overall it's in okay condition. All of these consoles were kind of stacked on top of each other in transport, so they do have some scuffs, although a lot of it is just dust and will clean off with a wipe. So yeah, this one is a CECHL, and yeah, no indication that it doesn't work. So when I do the next video, we'll be testing all of these consoles and see if we can get it to start up and see if we can fix this disk drive. Next up, we have this one here. Again, we've got wear on the top cover because of the way they were transported, and this being a glossy finish too, they generally all have marks on them. Straight away, we can see that this plastic cover here is missing and it says triple beep. So triple beep is usually a sign of Yellow Light of Death, but it also could be any number of other things. So this is a CECHK model. Got some wear on the bottom, that's very typical with these consoles as well. So CECHK in pretty good overall condition. Next up, This one looks like it's had the fault written on it before, but that looks like it's peeled off. Got plenty of wear across the top again. CECHJ this time. So yeah, don't really know what's wrong with it until we plug it in. If it is, again, a yellow light of death, we'll be able to fix that, but we hope that it's not, and hopefully it's just something simple, hard drive or disk drive related. Next up, so disk drive, no picture. So this seems to indicate that there's an issue with the disk drive itself and that it's not displaying to a TV. So that could be an HDMI port issue. You know, these get pretty gunked up as they get older, but more often than not, it's actually that the video has been set to the AV cables, and when whoever's bought this has tested it, they don't know that. They've plugged this in to HDMI, it doesn't display. You've got to hold down the power button for a while to be able to reset video settings, so we'll give that a go and see if that's the case with this one. Fingers crossed, if not, HDMI port replacement, possibly. And this is a stickers all kind of peeled up, but it's a KO2, this one. So yeah, pretty serviceable models. Next up, we can see this one says triple beep. So again, likely yellow light of death, but we'll soon find out. It looks like it's been in a used item store of some sort, like a Salvos or something like that. That's typically what that is, some stupid sticker that they've written the price onto. And this is a CECHJ as well, so decent model. And yeah, look, pretty good condition overall. It just needs a clean up, so we'll get stuck into this one in the next video. Next up, this one is definitely looking a bit how you going. That's the front of the disk drive is kind of bulging out a bit. The cover piece is missing as well, like the trim piece, and also this plastic bit of trim here. There's some pretty heavy marks on here. They don't look consistent with the freight marks that I was getting on some of the others, so I think it's just had a hard life. And it's a CECHG. Oh, okay. At some point, it's been $5 on the 18th of April. Potentially, that's how I'm reading that anyway. And yeah, she's not looking too good. So this is probably going to become a parts console. That's also bowing out. This one's interesting because it has a disc sticking out of it. 8 mile. Yeah, right. Usually you hope to find a game, but you know what? 8 miles, that's not too bad. We'll keep that in there just as a little reminder in the future of what we're kind of dealing with here, because possibly there's a disk drive issue. But similar to the other consoles, we are missing this bit of plastic here. There is some wear on this edge here as well. Scuffs on the front, but again, I mean, you can sort of see that's mostly coming off. So hopefully that cleans up okay. We've got a JO2 model here. The back piece is really actually in a lot better conditions than some of the others. It's a lot less dirty. Oh, okay, here we go. Very loud fan, turns off in a few seconds. That is going to be, yeah, some sort of thermal related issue. Hopefully it hasn't done any permanent damage to this console, but yeah, we can look at opening it up, replacing the thermal paste, and then we'll see the condition of the thermal paste first. If it's okay on the tops, maybe we'll just try and replace that and give it a go. Otherwise, we might need to de-lid this one, because that can be an issue that leads to excessive temperature as well and shutting down within a few seconds. Yeah, if we need to do a de-lid video, that will be coming up. All right, one from over here. So yeah, similar to the others, we've got some marks here. We have a little bit more than some marks actually. We have a cracked case on the top here. It's splitting on the edge here. Yeah, definitely the opposite to the other one. This is just filth back here. The text has kind of been rubbed off. It's a CECHK, so there's some promise here, at least with the model number. Moving to the back, pretty heavy scuff here, but it's just dirty more than anything. Yeah, not too bad. Front's dirty as well. The front case or top cover's not on properly. And we do have some text here that says, can't turn on broken shell, disk stuck inside. So possibly a few issues here, power related issue or a yellow light of death or something. The cracked case, and yeah, disk drive related issue, but the cracked case isn't an issue because we're going to have some spare parts. So as long as the console is serviceable, we're going to be able to fix that and just replace this cover that's cracked here. So there's some promise here with this console. It's going to need a lot of work. We'll see how we go. Another one over here. So this one, just some freight marks again. Sorry about the squealing noise as well, by the way. Yellow light CECHK. All right, so yeah, another one potentially for the capacitor replacement. So that should be pretty straightforward, and it's in pretty good shape overall, so nice. This one here, so overheating. Pretty good on the top cover on this one. Maybe I spoke too soon. It's actually slightly gouged in here. It's hard to notice, but we're missing our PlayStation logo in the front. That's interesting. Got our other trim pieces, and overall not bad. A CECHJ on this one. So again, perfectly serviceable model. Yeah. So overheating is possibly again going to be like another thermal paste and potential D-lead video. The collection is getting smaller, so this one is another triple beep. Definitely some wear on the top cover. We've got all of our trim pieces. We've got our PlayStation logo on this one, importantly. You know, the same scuffs we've been seeing. And this one is, oh, we can't read it on there. A G02. So G02 with triple beep is probably not a good sign. This is, yeah, quite probably a parts console, but we shall see. Moving along. This one is in two pieces. Yep. Oh my goodness, that is filth in there. There is... Okay, so for starters, they're not supposed to open like a book. I mean, well, not when you first pick them up anyways. Someone has clearly been in here. And I don't normally open them sideways like this either, but it's easier to show what's going on. But that is, that looks like my console when I opened it for the first time in like 15 years. So yeah, and clearly we're missing the disk drive, important part, and I believe on the PS3 that's married to the motherboard. So this might just be spare parts, spare case. Yeah, probably not even a spare case. So yeah, it does have a hard drive though. Well, I can't put this sideways on the ground. Another one here, so this one, 3 beeps. Lots of wear to the front cover. Signs of either more diagnosis notes or a price or something like that. We've got all of our trim pieces. CECHH with 3 beeps. Yeah, look, it depends what the 3 beeps is about more than anything. So we need to wire a USB serial adapter to the motherboard on these, and we'll extract the codes and we'll find out exactly what they mean and what the failure is for the console. And yeah, look, if it's GPU related or something like that, again, this will probably just be parts or something I look at in the future. But if it's not, yeah, you know, could be savable. We'll see. This one is dirty, for starters. These stickers are just the worst. They're so annoying to deal with, they're annoying to clean. But anyway, all the trim pieces are here. Yeah, dirt everywhere. Missing a rubber foot here. I hadn't noticed that on any of the others, but probably is the case. CECHH. And for 35, this looks like this probably comes from the same place as that last one. Well, not the last one, but earlier. $35, 10/7. Yeah, she's dirty and an H. But we don't actually know what's wrong with this one. So, you know, fingers crossed for a hard drive or a disk drive issue, because it would be a shame if this is another yellow light of death. All right, another one with, yep, the same consistent wear we've seen on all of them. The trim piece is missing here. No signs of what's wrong with it. It's an HO2 as well, like the last one, although definitely in better shape. And yeah, My comments for the last one are the same as this one. Let's just hope that it's disk drive or hard drive related and not, yeah, GPU related. Then the last of the PS3s, so this one was very unexpected. Immediately, you may notice that this is chrome, and this piece is chrome as well. In fact, let's just get here for comparison. So one is significantly shinier than the others. Keep that aside for a second. This one has a flap here for sort of SD cards and 4 USB ports on the front. So yeah, if you know your PS3s, you know this is one of the early models that is backwards compatible with PS2 games. I've actually always wanted one of these, though I tend to stay away from them for the same reasons as the other earlier models, where this also has the unreliable GPU fitted. And if it's yellow light of death, I just haven't been ready or prepared to fix that yet. But I have kept my eye out for them. And yeah, this one just happened to be thrown in with the lot. I didn't even know this was part of the lot when I was buying it. They're, you know, a typical parts console is about $20, $30 when you're paying for one. These I've seen anywhere from $100 to $200 for parts. And when they're working, yeah, they're worth significantly more. So this is not an A or a B model, it's a C model, so it's partial backwards compatibility. Still play every PS2 game, but I think the word I was looking for is hybrid backwards compatibility. It's not full hardware that's built in, it's a bit of hardware and a bit of software emulation with these. Still a factory Sony backwards compatible console. I don't know what's wrong with this one either. We're kind of just hoping it's not a triple beep, I guess, and maybe it's just something else, but overall, it's in pretty bad condition anyway. We'll just see what the go is and what we can do with this one. Like, if you can notice down here, the case is already separating. It's missing a hard drive. The security seal is obviously gone. So, who really knows what we're in for here, but I don't really mind. I'm kind of just happy to have one regardless. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and if you enjoyed it and you're looking forward to seeing the next video where we test all of these consoles, please hit the subscribe button and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.